We got to get this one right. On three, we're going to say, welcome back to Extraordinary Thoughts for Ordinary Mind. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Extraordinary Mind.
And we back.
That'll work right there.
Yeah.
And we back. And we
Yeah.
back. And we back. And we
Y'all did y'all best. And that's all that matters.
What's going on, everybody? It's that ordinary podcaster with the extraordinary thoughts that tells you to stop being great and be extraordinary. I'm your host, Demetrius Thickman, also known as Meech Speaks, and welcome back to another episode of Extraordinary Thoughts for the Ordinary Mind. It's real. This is a lot deeper than my man voice. It's really deeper than my man voice. I really think that I'm getting sick. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but I really love who I'm becoming. You see what I'm saying? Like, I really love the person that I'm becoming. And this person, and I really wanted to tell people this, is that the person that I'm becoming, it's a temporary version. You know what I mean? I'm not even about to be this person forever. I'm just going to be this person for a season, and then I'm going to become a different version again. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to be an author by the end of July. By the end of July. You remember what I was talking about? Like that book that I was working on back in March? That book that I was working on back in April? Yeah, it comes out this summer. And, I never thought in a million years that the word podcaster would be associated to my name. I never thought that the word speaker would be associated to my name. And I know in my heart of hearts that the word author would ever be associated. But in less than a year and a half, podcaster, speaker, and now I'll be an author. God damn, I'm really falling in love with this process, this transformation, this growth thing that I'm always talking about, that version of yourself that you were destined to be. And I don't know what that version is. I just know that just because we need a little bit more money, we need a little bit more food, we need a little bit more sleep, that we all deserve to be a little bit better than what we supposed to be. I'm really enjoying it. And I really want you to understand this because I come from a place where I used to have anxiety. Let me rephrase, because I'm still dealing with that. I come from a place where I used to have depression. Let me rephrase that because I still deal with that on a regular basis. But I definitely come from a place where, I had a full-on drinking problem. I come from a place where I used to drive to work, sit in the parking lot because I had already showed up early, put my head on the steering wheel because I could not face the monotony of my work life because I hated it so much. Let me rephrase that. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror because I did not like the person that I saw, although everybody else saw that person and praised. So when I tell you that I'm really enjoying the process of the version of myself that I am destined to be, I'm really enjoying it. See, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that two things are occurring right now. You're changing into somebody new. See, that person that you're going to become is either going to be better than what you were yesterday or it's going to be worse than what you were yesterday. And based off of the actions, based off of your actions is going to determine which one are you going, left or right. And I really just want to just take a moment and just say that it's only been a year and a half. It's only been a year and a half. And I don't know what type of plan God got in store for me. But if this the plan, God, keep working. Because I already know I ain't even hit the mark that I'm still off. You see what I'm saying? You ever just, and this, give me a moment to pat myself on the back. Give me a moment to praise myself real quick. You see what I'm saying? Give me a couple of minutes. No, give me a couple of seconds. Because God, I just really want to let you know something real quick because I know that you got a designated target for me to hit. I ain't even in the black yet. All these things that are happening for me right now, I'm not even in the black yet. I'm getting close, but I ain't even in the black yet. I'm still shooting threes. I ain't even hit fours yet. I'm just starting to get the credentials that I need to be able to take it to that next level. I just really want people to know that the version of myself, this ain't even my final form. I'm like Frieza in Dragon Ball Z right now. This ain't even my final form. I still got more growing to do. Now, let's go ahead and get into the Unfuck Yourself episode. And this is the 5th episode. And I did tell y'all that we were only going to do this for 5 episodes, didn't I? So, I know. Goodbyes are always hard. And I'm going to put a poll. And based off of the poll, is going to determine whether or not this is a goodbye or see you later. Okay? But for this Unfuck Yourself Friday, I really want you to understand where my mind is on this Unfuck Yourself Friday. Okay? Because there's this big misconception that I worry about what people think of me. You see what I'm saying? Like there's this big misconception that I get caught up in what people think of me, what others think of me. I'm involved in that. And I really just want to let somebody know that I don't care what others think of me. Like I really don't. And it took a long time for me to say that. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know who needs to hear this, but I never come in on my high horse. I didn't ride into the booth on my high horse to give you this message this morning. I flew in on Experience Airlines. You see what I'm saying? I had to experience what I'm about to experience right now. I had to experience what I'm about to share right now. So when I tell you, I really don't care what others think of me, it really comes from a place of when I used to care about what others think of me. You see what I'm saying? But here I am casually just doing my due diligence throughout the day. It's been a rough 3 weeks. Y'all gonna see it if you check my Instagram, but it's been a rough 3 weeks. And somebody comes up to me. I'm like, yo, like, why don't y'all, and I was having a conversation with somebody. I was like, why don't y'all just come up to me and, talk to me about this stuff? Why is it that I always have to reach out to y'all about this? Why don't y'all just reach to me? And he said, well, a lot of people, they know that you're by the book, so they don't like to, come up to you about that. And I said, well, if they was doing it right, we wouldn't have to have this problem. And he was like, yeah, I understand that. He's like, but a lot of people just don't like you. And I took a step back because I am transparent. I'm really transparent. And when he said, like, a lot of people don't like me, a lot of people don't like me. And this ain't the first time I've heard that before. You see what I'm saying? Especially at the place that I'm at right now. That ain't the first time that I've heard people don't like me. And for those who do not know me, I'm actually a real down-to-earth, chill type of person. I'm really down-to-earth, chill. If you don't like me, it's more than likely a you problem. It's not a me problem. I can assure you that. And I don't say that out of arrogance. I say that out of, I really don't be fucking with people. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't make, I'm one of them type of people that will help you get to the next level type of thing. Like, I want to see you do good. But if you're a piece of shit, you're not going to like me. If you insecure, you're not going to like me. If you have flaws that you do not want to acknowledge, you are not going to like me. Because what you see in me is what you lack, and it bothers you. And I don't say that out of arrogance. I really don't. Because I'm not a bully. I almost got struck down by lightning. Let me rephrase that. I don't bully. I don't bully. I am a bully, but I don't bully. And I promise you I'm gonna break that part down in this episode today. I'm finally gonna break that down. But I'm a bully, but I don't bully. And when I tell people that if you don't like me, it's more than likely some stuff that you got going on. It's not some stuff that we had going on. But just like what I was saying, I don't care about what others think of me. And I really need you to understand that. Because there used to be a time where I did care about what others thought of me. I used to be that type of person that if somebody said something about what I did or what I said, I used to overthink it. You know what I mean? I used to overthink it. It would put me in my mind a little bit. I would go internal. I would start second guessing my motives. I would start second guessing my intentions. It will start fucking up my actions, all because of some shit of an insecurity of someone else that they imputed onto me. You see what I'm saying? Like, it really used to fuck me up about what others thought of me. I used to care about how people thought of the way I dress. I used to care about what people thought of the way that I spoke. I used to care about the way that people thought of how I carried myself. And because of that, because I cared so much about what others thought of me, I ended up losing me. And I'm going to say that one more time. I want to say that one more time. Because I cared so much about what others thought of me, I stopped thinking of me. And in that term right there, and in that practice, I lost me. It took me 10 years to finally find myself again. 10. And this is a little trivia question real quick. How long have I been in the military? 10 years. Imagine being lost for 10 years. 10 years you dressed yourself up so that way you can be in the room with other people, so that way you didn't make them feel uncomfortable. 10 years you spoke differently around everybody so that way you could just be around them and not feel uncomfortable. Let me rephrase, not make them feel uncomfortable. 10 years you threw the race so that way you did not come in first, you came in second, so that way you can be normal like everybody else. 10 years you chose to be humble. Let me rephrase that. You chose to downplay yourself, downplay your talent, so that way everybody else could feel good about theirs. 10 years of just being lost at sea. And the whole time, what you were looking for was right in front of you. And I really, when I finally realized that I was shooting myself in the foot, that I was fucking myself over, was the moment that I finally was able to free myself of that stupid mindset. And I say that it's stupid. It really is. And I want you to understand this. What people say about you is none of your business. It's not. What people think of you is none of your business. And the reason why I stopped worrying about what other people thought of me is because this is it right here. I can't please everybody else. It's 6 billion people on this planet. I can't please all of them. Matter of fact, everybody in the battalion, look, if you don't like me, you don't like me. That's a you problem. It's not a me problem, because when I look in the mirror, I like me. When I show up to work and I say things, I like what I said. I like what I do. And I need you to really understand that this Friday, as we come to a close to this week, do you like what you say and do? Like, do you like you? Do you think of you? Are you in the forefront of you? You see what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning, do you have you at your best interest, or do you have somebody else? Do you care about what others think of you, or do you care about what you think of you? And when I say that, I'm talking about you so busy trying to please everybody else that you end up having a fucking argument with yourself, because you know deep down that ain't even who you are. You know deep down your subconscious is really eating at you because you just betrayed your intentions and actions of your real self for somebody else. So when I tell you I don't really care what others think of me, I don't care. And it really comes down to, because I'm a stand-up guy. And most occasions, if you don't like me, that's some bullshit between you, God, and somebody else, because it can't be with me. It can't be. I stand fire. This is the problem right here, is that people, they ain't gonna like you if they can't treat you the way that they be treating other people. They ain't gonna like you if you carry yourself in a manner that they don't carry themselves in. They not gonna like you if you are walking in the strengths that they lack. You see what I'm saying? And I just want somebody to understand this right here, is that stop trying to please everybody else. You is going to lose that battle every single time. You going to lose that battle every single time the moment that you try to please everybody else. Now, I'm not saying let it compromise your leadership, because we all know we got to put the Marines first. We all know that after the Marines, then it comes the mission. After that, we already know, then, it comes you. I get that part. I do get that part as a leader. But when we talk about self-care and we talk about just mental peace as a whole, stop compromising because people don't like you. You're not 15. You're not in high school. You're not a part of the popular crew. Who gives a fuck if they don't like you? You so busy worried about people liking you that you forgetting about being respected. And I think I said this once before. You so worried about people liking you. I want people to respect me. Let me rephrase that. I want people to respect my presence. I want people to respect my presence. In this present moment right now, I want you to respect my presence. So as we unfuck ourselves this time around, the person who we really unfucking is ourselves. It's you. We're unfucking you this time. Because a lot of y'all got powerful presence. And when I say you got a powerful presence, there's been many times that you've been in a room and you the loudest one in the room, but you haven't even opened your mouth yet. I tend to talk fast. What I said was, there's been times that you have walked in a room full of people and you were the loudest one in the room, but you hadn't even opened your mouth yet because your presence was so powerful. But the thing is that you got a powerful presence. So you tend to turn down the volume because it's so loud and it bothers other people. You tend to dial back your presence so that way you can fit with the rest of the crowd, so you can blend with the herd. I don't know who need to hear this, but I'm pressure. I'm really pressure. And when I say that I'm really pressure, I'm really pressure. And I have a tendency to aggravate. I have a tendency to irritate. I have a tendency to bother those who are lesser than me. And right now I'm pretty sure there's somebody that just heard what I said and only thing that they heard was the form of lesser. And they just took offense for it. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you took offense for the fact that I just said that you less than me, then you already is less than me. And that's a problem between you and God that y'all need to figure out. But I'm pressure and my presence intimidates those. And no more will I start walking into rooms and dialing back my pressure. See, what I want you to understand is that a lot of us have acquired experience. We have acquired talents. We have acquired skills. We have acquired techniques. We have acquired things that have took hard work to get, but we try to act like those things don't matter because those around us did not acquire those things and they feel out of place. I don't know who need to hear this, but if they don't got it, they don't fucking got it. If they can't get in first with you, then they can't get in first with you. Stop trying to fucking drag them down, drag them up with you. And stop dropping down with them. And as I dive deeper into this episode, I really want to understand that not only am I unfucking you, I'm unfucking this whole idea of toxic leadership as well. Because a lot of times, the toxic leadership is you. You the toxic leader. And I say that you the toxic leader in this sense right here. You so busy worried about what other people think of you that you can't even properly lead in the way that you want because you constantly compromising your leadership capabilities for everybody else. You know what right looks like, but you choose to do wrong because it's in the opinion of others. I really want people to understand this, is that a lot of people don't like me because I intimidate those who want to act like me, but ain't me. I pull the truth out. And this might sound a little arrogant, but I'm going to tell you right now, just because we the same rate don't mean that we the same rank. I'll say that again. Just because we the same whatever does not mean that we are the same rank whatever. So some of y'all that are the exact same rate as me are not the exact same rank as me. And I hold so much pride when I say that. I do. Because I've acquired experience. I've acquired techniques. I've acquired skills. I've acquired these things that would enhance me on my side that helps everyone else around me. When I walk into a room, I kind of make the room better. When you walk into a room, the room just makes you better. I really need you to understand that. But this is the thing, is that that's what the type of presence that I bring. And some of y'all right now, surround yourselves with people that should not be in leadership capacities. They really should not be in leadership capacities, but they were too much of cowards to let everyone know that they do not have the capabilities to carry the burden. Let me rephrase that. They lack the strength to be able to carry the burden of leadership. So they walk in this type of rank that we call, and then they get mad at everybody else because they cannot carry it. Some of y'all are hanging around other people that lack the capabilities that you know you have, but you won't even call it out. You won't even bring it up. You won't even address it because you're so worried about what others think of you that it's affecting the entire team. You allow these type of cowards, and I call these people cowards because it takes a certain coward to be able to accept money and responsibility, but is not capable of producing it. It takes a certain, let me phrase that, man, because I feel like I be getting caught off guard with that. I be throwing everybody off. It takes a certain coward to accept money and privilege. There it is. It takes a certain type of coward to be able to accept money and privilege, but does not even have the responsibility to be able to utilize the rank that he has, to utilize the leadership ability that he has. So now he's just benefiting, but he's not giving. It's a certain type of coward. And a lot of y'all hang around those type of people, but get upset with people like me when I call y'all out. And I do call people out. Remember when I said that I was a bully, but I don't bully? You see what I'm saying? I do bully. I'm notorious for pressing those who act like they supposed to be something when they really not. I'm notorious for coming up to you and making you feel like the person that you really are. You know what I'm talking about? You know, behind the mask, I'm really notorious for that. So when you hear somebody that say that they don't like me, when I tell you that it's a them problem and not a me problem, it really is a them problem. I'm notorious for pulling out your insecurities. I'm notorious for going ahead and pressing you on a regular basis. And the reason why is because it's not fair to those under you that you get to pretend. It's not fair that you get to cut their legs off because you intimidated by them. Let me rephrase. It's not fair that you cut their wings off because you don't want to see them soar, because you lack the capabilities to just be humble enough to learn from them. It's not fair to those who have pretended to be somebody they have not because you have made them feel uncomfortable for being who they really are. It's not fair. When I tell you that I'm notorious for that, I really am. So as we move to the end of this week, as we come to a close, I really want somebody to understand this right here, that we gonna unfuck ourselves and we gonna unfuck this whole idea of toxic leadership right here. Because to be honest with you, you so busy looking at everybody else saying that they a toxic leader, but to be honest, you actually the toxic leader. You're the toxic leader. And until you recognize your presence and start applying pressure the way that you're supposed to, you will always be that toxic leader and you will always start holding yourself back. So with that being said, let's close this Friday. And as we go through this weekend, let's take a step back and ask ourselves, what have we been doing to sabotage ourselves? What have we been doing to dial back our pressure? What have we been doing to tone down our presence? Why are we neglecting that? Let me rephrase that. Why are we changing that? Why are we manipulating that? And let's come back strong on Monday. And just like that, another extraordinary thought left this ordinary mind. I hope you enjoyed this episode half as much as I enjoy making it. Stay tuned Mondays and Fridays. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Meech Speaks. Once again, that's Meech Speaks. Meech is spelled Meech. Once again, that is Meech. Don't forget to like the podcast, share the podcast, and follow the podcast. Stay hungry. Stay motivated. I'm out.